Good morning, early risers. My husband calls them worm catchers. Let me take that warning down, although I probably need to leave it up for a minute because this is a lot to take in. This is part of Stacy's confession. As you can see, OJ, get down. As you can see, we have our amazing friend Kat up.
You do. I just unmuted myself.
Of course. So glad you guys are here. Nufflin said Europeans unite. Lone Wolf is in here. Now, it's not the same Lone Wolf you all knew from before. A lot of people have different screen names. I know who this person is. Good morning, Texas Angel. Hey, we might need to start doing more of these 4:30 in the morning because people in here we haven't seen in forever. This is great.
We know who the insomniacs are in chat now.
or who's on a different time zone, because Annie's 10:30 in the UK.
Yeah, it's 10:30 in the UK, and I think Debbie was saying it's like dinner time where she is. So yeah, all over the world we get to see different people. Morning, everyone. Good to see everyone.
Black Cat said, yay, it's bus driver time. Good morning, Poppy Red Mustang. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's start with it. You're going to do things that are they're going to make you pretty upset. So just get your coffee, get your cereal, get your tea, get your orange juice with a splash of champagne if needed, whatever it is. Now, before anyone asks, I'm doing a huge disclaimer. Brandy knows Kat and I are doing this.
Yeah.
I asked her this morning. She said, absolutely. I'm sorry. All right, I told you to get down. I'm in the middle of something serious. Get down. You just had your breakfast. Okay, so much for professionalism. Okay, let me start that over. Brandy knows that we're doing this. She said, absolutely, as an answer to my question, if, I can do this. She said, I'm sorry this has to come out. There will be more. Please know it is very hard to listen to. I have heard the entirety of what is being released. There is more that will not, N-O-T, be public until trial. She said, I love you and Kat very much. Please give everyone my love. I had heard all of this before I confronted Stacy. Okay. And then she said to mainly she's saying this to Kat, that this in no way will jeopardize Michael's case. Okay?
Yep.
So let's go ahead and tell everybody good morning now that we got that out of the way. And rise and shine. Damn, that was annoying. Okay, let's do the regular way. Hi, hello, howdy. That even annoyed OJ, but hey, he's off my desk now. Ivy's mom said I miss my chickens. I'm telling you. Joe Popovich at Brooks has admitted where Michael is. Yeah, he did. The question is, we don't know where he was moved to. That's what I'm gathering, or who moved him. So the first few minutes there, I don't know, finding a phone number or something like that. So we're just going to chat amongst ourselves while we're gearing up to hear what Stacy said, and it's a lot to take in. Okay. And mind you, this is from November 12th of 2022. As you know, shortly after is when they excavated the backyard. Not long after that is when they took the dogs to the residence in Kuna that belongs to Brandon's mom.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. You want to start talking to us, okay? Okay. I'm gonna go on the impact room for now.
How's it going, man?
Okay, I heard you doing.
Good. Hey, I've been patrol guy over here. Hey, we're just got to get some formalities out of the way, so I'm gonna read this to you real quick, okay? Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say.
Okay, I want you to look at him. He's saying, he said to Brandy, he said to me, I don't even know who else he said this to, but most recently to Brandy, that he just made up some BS story to get the cops off his back. You're going to see in this is my impression anyway. He's not under any duress.
Not at all. Considering, they pressurized me for days. They made me cry with the interrogation. So I just said something that would stop them from interrogating me. None of that happened.
No.
He gave this up real easy.
Oh, real easy. Let me tell you what, he's a chicken shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he has a real explosive temper. I know just from talking to him, not because I heard it on the internet. I know how he goes from 0 to 200 max real quick. But he's also a chicken shit.
Yeah.
Canon will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer and want one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning.
Okay.
You have the right to interrupt the conversation and use these rights at any time.
Okay.
Do you understand these rights, as I told you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hey, Detective from PD, you know him?
Mm-hmm.
Been talking to you a bit. They want to FaceTime you so you can give them a little more information on where this body's actually buried at, because I guess they're not finding him yet.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
I mean, because I'm gonna be.
Okay.
Okay. They know there's some people when they interrogate them, they know they got to get them like right in the corner. They have to intimidate the shit out of them to get them to talk. Stacy, no. He would clam up. Mm-mm. And you hear him, well, that's the way it's got to be. That's the way it's got to be. So now he's getting ready to sign stuff, wiping off his face with his shirt. Lisa, for those of you just coming in, this is from 11/12 of 2022, November 12th of 2022. It's just been released. It is not the entirety. The rest will come out at trial. The entirety will come out at trial.
What's in your pen? And I'm gonna give you a number so you can dial in there.
So what they're trying to set up is
Did you
at
get it
this
all right?
point,
From the phone dialer? Video.
Okay, the phone number. What did you say, Kat?
so what they're trying to set up at this point, so this is when they've been digging in Stacy and Sarah's backyard and they haven't found Michael. So at some point before this, Stacy has told them that Michael is buried in that yard and they have started to dig. So what they're trying to do now in this part of it is get him on a FaceTime call with the detectives that are at the dig site in his backyard to try and get him to direct them more to where he says Michael was buried. So that's what they're faffing around with now, trying to get numbers on iPads and FaceTime conversation going. It does take a little while to get to the point where they actually make that call, but that's what they're setting up at this point.
Okay. We got it. We got time. Don't worry. This is for Michael.
Yeah. All the time for Michael.
Takes like 6 times the load.
No, it doesn't. The machine's not very good.
No, they suck.
You have to load it like 5 or 6 times.
Let me just turn that.
What time is it?
I think it's about 2 o'clock.
It's not 1:42.
So you're a deputy out in the field?
Yep.
I thought you worked in here.
Yep.
Look at him. That's just him. That is Stacy. You know, thinking he's buddies with everybody. Oh, what time is it? Like he's got anything to do except for get in
Right.
the night and sleep.
Yeah, he's so busy, isn't he?
Then he's
Busy
looking at
idiot.
another officer. Oh, I thought you worked in the field. Buddy, now's not the time. I bet these guys had ants in their pants. I bet they were about to come out of their skin just waiting for him for what he was going to say. Go ahead, Kat.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no, like no. Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I was just saying that's totally who Stacey is. He's like when he talks to us, or he talks to you, or he talks to anyone. He's like, they forced me to make this confession. They put me under so much pressure. I had to get them off my back. Look at him. He's like, oh, hey, dude, I thought you worked in the field. Like this ain't duress. This isn't putting you under pressure. This isn't even making you sweat, Stacey.
I mean, not gonna lie, Lisa Lee said he looks like a stinky slob. Yeah, I can smell the room from here. Goodness, these people.
Wow, I didn't know you were a deputy out in the field, I heard. I thought you said you were just a dealer.
He's going with me today.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't make it back here too much.
you can't add phone numbers.
You can't?
No. These are all numbers that I have previously dialed. You gotta add contacts. And you can only add email.
Okay.
We'll get an email.
Take on my dad, and we'll get this set up.
He's gonna have to download the Visit Now app.
Okay.
It's called Getting Out Visits.
Hey, you're gonna have to download an app so you can talk to him.
You can't just,
I mean, we can make this FaceTime happen over Ben's work phone, but the only thing is it would just be recorded on the button. What's the app called?
it's called Getting Out Visits. He's gonna have to go create an account and set up everything. It's not just an instant, like it's a long process. You might as well be better off just video something on facing the body cam, because it's gonna take him probably close to an hour to set up.
Again, what's it to him? He's in jail. He's sitting there helping them get his confession. You guys might as well just get me on body cam and then just send it to him. Like he's helping him out. But yet according to him, Mr. Know-It-All, he's under duress.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like he's working at Radio Shack in 1986. What you ought to do. Oh, fucking helpful, is he not?
Oh yeah, really, like really pressured situation, Stacey. I can totally see why you were forced into making this confession.
Man, he makes me so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Rexy says, am I awake yet? Is this live? You are awake, Rexy, unless you sleep text, and we are live instead. We are live.
You have your work phone. Okay, let me go grab Ben's work phone and we'll do it there. Alright, let me go grab Ben's work phone. I'll be right back. No, it's the key with the light on it. The white one, there you go.
It's a wonder Stacy didn't jump up and say, I've got an extra key.
Yeah, I know which key it is.
Yeah, I know which key it is, man. My God. Truths to light. Exactly. He's acting like he's just a witness and not a
Yeah.
suspect.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's a really important thing that she's pointing out there, because Stacy has been saying for a long time, and Chief Huff has had to correct him and said, no, he is a suspect.
Yep.
Does he think that his little Boy Scout errand, I guess you could call it that, makes him not guilty of something?
Yeah, I think he wants to, he's tried to sort of stand out from it as being the one that was not involved, but knows all of the people that are involved. Damn it, man. You're a suspect. You're a named suspect. Your face was put out there. You're threatening to sue everyone and his missus $80 million because your name and your face was put out there. And now here we are with this video that just goes to show that everything that you've said on YouTube over the last however long it's been, year, 6 months, 8 months, whatever, was a complete and utter lie.
Yep.
You ain't no witness.
No. And don't get me wrong, I don't think anybody that listened to his interviews with me or other people thought, oh man, that's Stacy. He's so honest.
Oh, some people did, Brooks.
Well,
Some people made a point of thinking that. Like
yeah.
they literally did. But however, that's
They
the bit
did
like,
full-on shows talking about it. Yeah, you're
Mhm.
right. Well, it's like Muscles and Mascara says, they walk amongst us. That's the scary part.
mhm. An Oompa Loompa looking at.
Well, jail's getting pretty full, man.
This one,
Yeah.
are you the chief deputy?
No, that's not me, man. I don't want that. Nope, I just do, I serve civil papers, and then I cover patrol calls.
So you don't have like the permissions to like do. That's not
No, it's not me, man.
you? Oh, okay.
No. We can probably get you in contact with the right person, but
They won't.
Goodness.
They refuse to call, and I've literally been stuck at watch since Thursday night, and they told me that I was gonna be able to get off on Friday, but they didn't realize that it was Veterans Day.
yeah. Well, you gotta,
Can I utilize the restroom before all this? Like, I've really messed up earlier.
yeah.
I'm okay with it. That's gonna be on there.
Well, I think I have this person.
Yeah.
It's working.
You don't have a work number?
No, is that the, so that's the number?
Yeah. I'll call him, make sure. Yeah, he's just using this one. Do you want us to FaceTime you off your personal cell, or do you have a work phone you want to do it off of? Okay. Alright, we'll send it on now. That way.
This is where we ask who wore it better, Sarah Boone or Stacey Wondra, because they just look so great in their prison garb.
As he was walking towards the bathroom, in my head it was like Oompa Loompa doo ba dee doo.
Oh, I'm not shocked that he had to go, drop a load before he did this. That's typical Stacy.
Mhm.
And sitting there, so are you a chief deputy? He's like, no, that's not me, man. It's like, dude, these are not your friends, you idiot.
Right. Right, yeah.
I guess that was But yeah, that was a phone call that they heard last night and told his mom that he lied to these guys.
Oh. Yeah, correct. Should have changed. One, exactly. Stupid overnight, but we didn't find anything that we didn't check down. 2530. Pretty good size bag of half. Pretty good amount. Probably a gram or two.
Yeah, I heard just like gram and a half or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They charge anything? Yeah, and I think it was, money for bringing it in, but then you share it with,
Nice.
You need a bigger flush than that, Mrs. T. But hope you're watching, Brandon. Yeah, Brandon.
Morning, Brandon.
Brandon.
TikTok.
Buggy asks her mom, when you talk to the bad guy, ask him where Monkey is.
Mm-hmm.
How does that set in?
Ooh.
Michael's little sister, Monkey's little sister, who she still talks about her brother.
Mhm.
Ask the bad guy where Monkey is. I hope you're watching, Brandon. You're too curious not to.
Mm-hmm.
You almost came on a couple of times, did you not, Brandon? I have a feeling that your mama and the attorney she got for you told you not to. But that's okay. There'll be a time and a place for it.
Russell. Good go.
All right, man. So I'm gonna dial his number up. Does he have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay, they're trying to get that connected. For those that aren't up on the case or just coming into it, these are the 4 suspects. That is Sarah Wondra. Underneath is Stacey Wondra, the one that's giving the, I'll say, information, confession.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Lucian on the top right, and the banner's over his ugly ass face. The other one is Brandon Shirtlift. These are the 4 suspects. Not kind of think they done it, not persons of interest. They are suspects.
Mm-hmm.
Not persons of suspicion, not people they want to talk to, suspects.
There it is. No. Oh, no.
No, he didn't answer it.
You got paperwork to serve me too?
Do I?
No. I just saw papers out there.
No, that's. Said it's not ringing on his end. What's your work cell number?
FaceTime. So.
Okay, what's the other number?
Ask him if it's ringing on his end.
Yeah, but
Now FaceTime. Oh, no.
Hello?
Hey, we're trying to make it go through.
all right, bye.
Okay.
It
It
keeps,
says it can't receive video calls right now.
Are you on, are you, is the number that just got dialed, is that an iPhone?
No.
Uh,
How are you?
I'm here.
Feeling okay today?
I'm tired, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, lots of duress there. That's the detective, one of the lead detectives in Michael's case. She's an awesome woman. And she's like, you feeling okay today? Oh, I'm just tired. Like she gives a shit.
Well, yeah, but like he gives a shit. Like he's like, yeah, I'm just tired. Like
Yeah.
these cops have put me under so much pressure. It's just worn me out.
Mhm.
Ugh.
I am
Him
just
working out. He's been at the gym too much. That's what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guarantee he hasn't been off that foam mattress except for to eat and poop. That's it.
Mhm.
Oh, just tired. That's it. Just tired.
I'm hoping that you will help me a little bit more. I'm over here. I'm in your home.
Okay.
So I need a little bit more direction about where Michael is at.
Go out the back door, or
Okay?
I can't. Can you turn the camera around so I can show you?
We're flipping around right now, stand by.
All right, here.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm going out the kitchen door.
And that's some equipment.
That is some equipment. Okay. Where do I need to go?
Okay, face to the right. Like right where the dirt piles are.
Right where the dirt piles are. About how far off of the fence?
Uh,
Go ahead, sir. Okay, walk over there and you point us to where it needs to be.
okay. Now keep going out a little further.
Keep going out a little further. You're gonna have to climb that mound.
It's like right under that mound area.
It's right under the mound, about where at compared to the
So,
trees?
a little like right to the right of the trees area.
To the right of the trees?
Yeah.
Okay,
A little
So,
bit. Where that
can
where
you
the
see? Okay, where at now?
now he's off the dirt mound. It's like underneath the dirt mound area.
And about where he's standing?
Yeah, a little bit less, like closer to the house.
Come closer to the house?
Yeah.
And what is he wrapped in?
It should be. I mean, it should be a garbage bag.
Okay, what color is the garbage bag?
It would either be white or black. We only had two colors.
Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay. What is he wrapped in? A garbage bag. Okay. What color? White or black? That's only two colors we had. Are you serious? And he's so nonchalant.
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't know that while he's been in jail, him and Sarah were both arrested, Michael was moved. Now, Sarah got out on bond. It would not surprise me if she didn't get Brandon or somebody to move Michael. And the whole time, Stacy's thinking he's still there, and this is his I'm going to get a plea deal convo.
Yeah, that never happened in his. From his word, that never happened, right?
He lied. Are you okay, Kat?
Yeah, sorry, this is really hard to hear.
I know.
Him being so callous and cold. What's he wrapped in? A garbage bag? What colour was it? I don't know, white or black. We only had two colours. Like he's talking about something completely unimportant. He's talking about a little boy. Sorry.
He's talking about Michael and Brandy's son.
Exactly.
Dougie's big brother.
Mhm.
And that's why they got mad when Oakley, they put that grill there so that the dog wouldn't dig up in that area.
Yeah.
Anybody needs to take a break? Rexy said these people are psychopaths. Yep.
It should be, it should be a garbage bag.
Okay, what color is the garbage bag?
It would either be white or black. We only had 2 colors.
I want you to direct him from the fence where that orange thing in his hand is. Where do we need to stop it?
Right about there.
Right about there. Okay. All right. We will try there.
Okay.
Do you have any other suggestions for us, Stacy?
Like I said, that's where he was buried.
Okay.
That's the last place I had known. Again, haven't been home for quite a while, and
Okay, we're going to come back to that because he says it.
Yep.
He says it. That's the last place I know he was buried, not is buried,
Right.
but I haven't been home for quite a while. So
Uh-huh.
he's already got it in his mind that they could have, because he knows that they've been out in that yard for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah. And he already commented on the amount of equipment, so he knows where they're digging, how far they're digging. He can see because he's got it on his screen right there. Like what?
He's watching. He goes, wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot of equipment.
Uh-huh.
It's a wonder he didn't say, come out and I'll help you.
Mm.
I want you to direct him from the fence where that orange thing in his hand is. Where do we need to stop it?
right about there.
Right about there. Okay. All right. We will try there.
Okay.
Do you have any other suggestions for us, Stacy?
Like I said, that's where he was buried.
Okay.
That's the last place I had known. Again, haven't been home for quite a while, and a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So the only other place I would say, if he's not in that backyard, is go to Cuna to Brandon's house and check in the backyard by the tree area.
Okay, well, we're gonna finish here first, and then we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yep.
He said he's being Mr. Helpful, is he not?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's not there. Go out to Brandon's house
Mm-hmm.
by the tree. Okay.
And where else did the dogs hit on decomp, just since we're on the subject of Brandon's house?
Yep. I'm going to show everybody that right now because he said if he's not there, go out to Brandon's house by the tree. Brandon's mother gave this interview to KTVB Channel 7. Shirtlift's mother, Brandon Shirtlift, one of the suspects, told KTVB in a message that police came knocking at her door and their cadaver dog alluded to something on her property. I would love to know where. She said the dog smelled poop outside near her crawl space from her leaking toilet. However, according to Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, cadaver dogs do not alert on human feces and are not trained to find it. They only pick up on human remains. How many places do you think they moved Michael? Because he is very nonchalant. And everywhere, even though Stacy wants to say he was coerced, he was under duress, everywhere he told them, cadaver dogs picked up on remains.
Yep. It's just one too many coincidences then, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. If he truly made all this up, he needs to play the lottery.
Right.
All right. We will try there.
Okay.
Do you have any other suggestions for us, Stacy?
Like I said, that's where he was buried.
Okay.
That's the last place I had known. Again, haven't been home for quite a while, and a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So the only other place I would say, if he's not in that backyard, is go to Cuna to Brandon's house and check in the backyard by the tree area.
Okay, well, we're gonna finish here first, and then we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
So does he need to go right or left? Or anywhere else?
That general area, that bucket's enough to dig, but you're gonna wanna like start digging underneath the dirt piles.
Okay, how far down is Michael?
I don't know how far she actually dug, to be honest with you.
She.
About, give me an estimate.
So
Okay.
now he's saying that Sarah buried him.
She.
This is she, yeah.
Only one she is a suspect, and that would be Sarah Wondra. So Sarah, now if you remember when it was reported in one of their local papers, I've got it saved here. She said Stacy and Adrian did it. Then she said Michael was in the neighbor's backyard. Well, again, they poked, they prodded, they droned, brought dogs. No.
Yeah.
Nothing was detected in the neighbor's backyard. It was all the Wondra's backyard and Brandon Shirtlift's mother's house.
Yeah.
And I'm with Rexy. I can't see Sarah doing all that digging by herself.
No, I can't either, but I thought it was really interesting. The amount of detail that he now goes into about how deep it was, how far the shovel went into the ground, all of this kind of stuff. It's like he's either remembering this or he actually was there and did it himself. Like he's definitely a part of this. He's not going to be able to farm this off onto Sarah and Brandon alone. No way.
But now in his phone call to me, he's taking up arms with them, if you want to put it that way. He's extremely defensive over those two, not Adrian.
Big mistake. Big mistake, especially if he's trying to exonerate himself, because he made this confession before. He already implicated Sarah and Brandon, or he doesn't really mention Adrian at this point, but he already implicated Sarah and Brandon. And now he's like, oh, we were all together. I would know if they did something like this. Well, guess what? You already said they did.
Yep. And like he said to me when I brought up Adrian, I go, what about Adrian? He said he's irrelevant. Well, we know that Michael was in two different places right now. And how they searched at the Kuna home, I don't know, because they didn't make that public information.
Yet.
That general area, that bucket's enough to dig, but you're gonna wanna like start digging underneath the dirt piles.
Okay, how far down is Michael?
I don't know how far she actually dug, to be honest with you.
About, give me an estimate.
Maybe 4 or 5 feet.
4 or 5 feet? 4 or 5 feet, that's probably taller than me.
Like I said, you asked for an estimate, I'm giving you what, it's probably shorter than that. I don't have an exact idea.
Okay, when she dug the hole, was she standing in the hole?
She's standing outside of it.
Okay, and was she using a regular shovel?
I think it was a bull nose, or what do you call them, pointed ones.
Okay, and did the shovel, was she able to stand on the outside of the ground and the shovel able to reach the bottom of the hole?
Yes.
Okay, about how far down was the shovel in the hole?
I don't know, let's say like 3 feet down, 2 feet down. I don't have like I said, I don't have an exact, measurement like to give you. I didn't pay attention that far.
That's okay. Okay, we will try where you suggested, and I will call you back. Okay, Stacy?
All right, thank you.
Okay, so they're going to continue looking. You have 3 men. This is a very good point out of the chat. Tasha Ray nailed said you have 1 woman, 3 men, and you're telling me that she dug that hole on herself. This is how Stacy works. He's thinking that's one charge he can be out of if he just pins it on Sarah. But now, in a year, almost a year since we started talking to Stacy, he's now trying to put all the onus on Adrian and Adrian only.
Yeah. Yeah, because he thought we'd never hear this. He seriously kept saying this will never go to trial. He's never going to get convicted because he hasn't done anything wrong. And he thought that this would never come out, that we would never see what he sat there and said in that jail and pointed them to and showed them to and who he blames. He thought we were never going to see this, so he thought he could just say whatever he wanted and we'd be none the wiser.
Mm-hmm. And one day he's going to have to sit in court where the entirety is played.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now imagine the officers that are in that room, you know, the detective that's on the phone with him is having to stay super calm. But imagine what old boy there in the backyard, in the background, looking at him wants to do to him right now.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah.
dude could be a father.
Important to just reiterate as well, because it was said earlier that Brandy has seen everything that went on and some of it is not going to be released until the trial. But Brandy saw this before she confronted Stacy on that panel a couple of weeks ago. She already knew this. So anyone that's still feeling a little bit sorry for Stacy and feeling like he was under some kind of duress and that, you know, he was forced into making this confession is bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Where could Michael be? You know, they do all the geofencing and everything. They would have to know, or working on having to know, where, you know, the ones that were out of jail spent any time. Have a question from Julia T. Who had insider info that they shared with the four made them realize Ellie was going to dig? That insider is the Kool-Aid man in orange here on the screen. The insider is Stacy. Stacy gave him all the information. And they did find evidence that remains were at one time at the backyard of the Wondras. And the dogs picked up at Brandon's mother's house. Stephanie has a question. Was the dog trip after Michael was missing? Yes, I believe that was in October of 2021. Right, Kat? It was October of 2021.
When they went to take the dog to Texas, was it, or somewhere, or pick up a dog or something? It was after anyway, yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
All right, man. Yeah.
I don't have to wait here. I have to wait here or what?
If they call us back, we'll come back
Yeah.
here and put it back in. Okay.
Can you try to advocate and see if you can get a hold of, was one of the LT or the fucking, or not LT because he's hunting, but the sergeant, and see if but taking me away from the only thing that helps me with is being able to talk to my mom. And, you know, I mean, all I want to do is talk to my mom. That's the only thing I really want. I didn't barely get a chance to talk to her much last night because everything was so.
Okay, well, I'll talk to who I can and see if you're allowed to make calls, and we'll go from there. I don't, like I said, man.
He wants to talk to his mom. His mom wants nothing to do with him.
Yeah, unsurprisingly.
I think Michael wanted his mom too. Julia T said, I'm referring to before Michael was moved. We don't know when Michael was moved. We have no idea when Michael was moved. So I can't answer that. What about Michael's mom? He's sitting there acting like a little boy. I want to talk to my mom. Can you talk to the sergeant so I can talk to my mom?
Mama, my mummy.
We'll see what we can do. He's thinking he's some kind of hero.
Just to talk to her much last night because everything was so.
Okay, well, I'll talk to who I can and see if you're allowed to make calls, and we'll go from there. I don't, like I said, man, I'm on I'm on the patrol side of it, so I don't really know what happens back here too much. So, but I'll give you my word that I'll go talk to him right now and see. So basically, all you want to do is talk to your mom,
I
right?
just want to call my mom. I have minutes on her side.
Okay.
So calling her, I don't have to worry about them resetting a phone number for minutes or anything.
Okay.
I mean, she has a prepaid account set up on her number.
Okay. Well, we'll put you back over there, and I'll talk to these guys and see what we can do for you.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Thank you for helping us out, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
This come out of 600?
Yeah.
They're like, thank you for helping us out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you guys, what do you think about this? Now, mind you, this was in November of 2022. They had already started the dig in the backyard. So this phone call, this FaceTime, was to get more information because they weren't finding Michael. They knew Michael had been there.
Mhm.
And it really got me when Stacy goes, well, I've been here for a while. He was, but if you don't find him there, check the house in Kuna by the trees.
Mm-hmm. Which is really ironic, but because those two locations are exactly the two locations that they say they were at on the evening that Monkey was abducted. Those are exactly the two locations where they were, at their home and at the house in Kuna, where he just told them maybe to check if he's not at the house in Fruitland.
Uh-huh. So when some people say, oh, no, he's just sending them on a wild goose chase, an Easter egg hunt, if you will, trying to find an egg with the money in it or whatever. But the dogs hid at the two places he told them.
Exactly.
So like Eileen said, thank you. Eileen said, who knows how many times Michael's been moved.
Right,
That's
exactly.
why the interview with Chief Huff was so important. He said, for people that say no body, no crime, or however he phrased it, he goes, they have so much circumstantial evidence.
Mm-hmm. Don't underestimate the amount of circumstantial evidence. And it's only going to take that one thing to tip the balance away from him. I don't know if Stacey's out now, because I know he got put back in jail over Christmas, but he's never going to be able to come on a YouTube channel again and say that this never happened, that he never gave them a confession. He never said that's where Michael was. He never said any of this, because look what just came out now. He said it. He did it. He pointed them. He told them. And why would they go into his house with Sarah in there, and she suddenly say, oh, my high God just told me that it was Stacey and Adrian that did it, and they buried him in the neighbor's backyard. Like, how the heck? I mean, there's no way that you can't see those three things as being completely connected. He said that they buried him in the backyard. Sarah said they buried him in the backyard. And then he just said, oh, and if he's not there, go check over at Brandon's mum's house, which is where the dogs also hit on a scent in the backyard.
And they did. But she said it was poop. No, it wasn't poop. Catherine wants to know what we're talking about here. Michael Vaughn, abducted July of 2021. Our entire playlist is pinned at the top of your chat. Barb in AZ, how's your weather there, Barb? Said, put me on the jury. That's enough circumstantial evidence for me. Me too. And the thing is, it's not just circumstantial. They have forensic evidence as well.
Yeah.
Michael was in that house.
Mm-hmm.
They have evidence that he was buried that we know of in the Wonders' backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And they know where Brandon's at, and they know where Adrian's at.
They know where Sarah's at as well, because she's in jail, in prison.
Oh, yeah. Besides the ones that are in jail. Yeah. Go get them. I'm telling you. This has got me higher than a kite. I'm so mad. I don't mean high that way. And they have this confession that took them right. The dogs took them right where he said.
Yeah. Yeah. And this was not the result of days and days and days of pressure. That if you had fetal alcohol syndrome, you would totally understand why you'd suddenly say something like this when you're under that amount of pressure. This was known information. This wasn't him making shit up as he went along. This wasn't something that he suddenly thought of off the top of his head. He was offered a deal, a conditional plea deal, to say where Monkey was buried, and that's what he did. He took the deal because he didn't want to end up with the charges. And it was just for the fact that obviously Monkey was moved in the meantime that he didn't get that deal, because he couldn't tell them where Monkey was buried.
And it appears to me, just from my conversations with him and watching this, that he wanted that deal badly. And that's him from the DP.
Yeah, exactly. Well, sucks to be Stacy then, don't it? Because so much as he was trying to get, the police off his back and all of this kind of stuff, the reason why he was telling all of this stuff was because he was offered a deal.
Yep. And it was conditional on finding Michael. That's the only way he was going to get that 15 years and then 7 probation. Yep. And the only thing I can think of with the DA is proving to a jury who did what.
Right.
Who's the murderer? Who's the kidnapper? Who knows what else could have gone on in that house? Homes. Yeah. And I think they're going to put it together. I'm going to go through another part of this real quick for people just coming in. Is that okay, Kat?
Of course it's okay, yeah.
Right. Like right where the dirt piles are.
Right where the dirt piles are. About how far off of the fence?
Go
ahead, sir. Okay, walk over there and you point us to where it needs to be.
Okay. Now keep going out a little further.
Keep going out a little further. You're gonna have to climb that mound.
It's like right under that mound area.
It's right under the mound, about where at compared to the trees?
A little like right to the right of the trees area.
To the right of the trees?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit. Where the
Okay, where at now?
Now he's off the dirt mound. It's like underneath the dirt mound area.
And about where he's standing?
Yeah, a little bit less, like closer to the house.
Come closer to the house?
Yeah.
And what is he wrapped in?
It should be a garbage bag.
Okay, what color is the garbage bag?
It would either be white or black. We only had 2 colors.
That's friggin' demonic. That would be something I say when I'm picking up limbs and putting them out for the garbage people. Well, I don't know what color trash bag it was. This bag had a little boy in it.
Yep.
Truths to light. Brooks, was there any trace DNA found in the garden? I don't know about the garden, but they said they found some I don't want to say DNA because I don't want to speak out of school. But there are several articles where they Michael was in that home.
I want you to direct him from the fence where that orange thing in his hand is. Where do we need to stop it?
Right about there.
Right about there. Okay. All right. We will try there.
Okay.
Do you have any other suggestions for us, Stacy?
I mean, like I said, that's where he was buried.
Okay.
That's the last place I had known. Again, haven't been home for quite a while, and a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So the only other place I would say, if he's not in that backyard, is go to Cuna to Brandon's house and check in the backyard by the tree area.
Okay, well, we're going to finish here first, and then we...
Okay, she's like, we're going to finish here first, then we're going to go over there. But it's boom and boom. Good morning, Bayou Babe. I've missed you. Boom and boom. Dogs hit in the Wondra backyard, amongst other things. Another boom, the house in Kuna, which belongs to Brandon's mother. And that is one of the strangest stories. The evening, of Michael's abduction, they just had to go get that hunk of junk Mercedes that Tina gave her son Brandon in April of 2021. But at the end of July, the day of Michael's abduction, they had to go over there and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Brandon, who is the apple of his mama's eye, according to Stacy, Brandon's not supposed to be in the house. He was supposedly there to do laundry and get his car. Bull. If his mom didn't want him in the house, all the codes to the house would have been changed.
Yeah.
He made it a point to go in through the garage. He goes, beep, 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 beep. Garage door opens. Why? Because there's a camera on the front door.
Mm-hmm.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
So does he need to go right or left or anywhere else?
That general area, that bucket's enough to dig, but you're gonna wanna start digging underneath the dirt piles.
Okay. How far down is Michael?
I don't know how far she actually dug, to be honest with you.
About. Give me an estimate.
Maybe 4 or 5 feet.
4 or 5 feet? 4 or 5 feet, that's probably taller than me.
Like I said, you asked for an estimate, I'm giving you it's probably shorter than that. I don't have an exact idea.
Okay, when she dug the hole, was she standing in the hole?
She's standing outside of it.
Okay, and was she using a regular shovel?
I think it was a bull nose, or what do you call them, pointed ones.
Okay, and did the shovel, was she able to stand on the outside of the ground and the shovel able to reach the bottom of the hole?
Yes.
Okay, about how far down was the shovel in the hole?
I don't know, let's say, 3 feet down.
Okay, he says 3 feet down, then he says 4 or 5 feet. Okay. Listen, I'm not, I love the landscape, but old DT driver has to do the hole digging.
Yeah.
When I was planting rose bushes, okay, that might have been about the depth of 2 feet. I'm standing outside of the hole. The depth he's talking about, Squatty Sarah would have to be in the dirt.
Right. That's what didn't make sense to me. So he's like, oh no, she was able to stand outside the hole. Like, how do you dig a 3-4 foot hole, 5 foot hole, and be standing outside of the hole? He knows way more about that hole being dug than he's letting on.
I can tell you why.
Because Adrian did it.
Well, I don't think it was 4 or 5 feet. No, I think it was a shallow grave done in panic. And so the dog wouldn't dig up the shallow grave because Oakley's not going to dig 5 foot down. That little dog is not going to dig down 5 feet. That's when they got that junky grill and put on top of it so the dog couldn't get in there.
Yeah.
When Tanner Butler went to move the grill, that's when they freaked out.
That was the day. Was not the same day that Sarah was arrested though? Yeah.
It was around there because they found that they had guns, drugs, they had beat up Tanner. A lot went down when Tanner went to move that grill, and it's all because of what was under it.
Right. Right. So that was the day that Sarah was arrested on different charges, not for the charge of failing to report the death of a child, right?
Until November.
Right, okay, that makes sense then, because I was just thinking to myself, if she was arrested on that same day, they would have found him real quick. But yeah, no, that was before, wasn't it?
Oh, 2 feet down. I don't have like I said, I don't have an exact, measurement to give you. I didn't pay attention that far.
That's okay. Okay, we will try where you suggested, and I will call you back. Okay, Stacy?
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
All right, man. Yeah.
I have to wait here. I have to wait here or what?
If they call us back, we'll come back
Yeah.
here and call you back in, okay?
Can you try to advocate and see if you can get a hold of, was one of the LT or or not LT because he's hunting, but the sergeant, and see if, but taking me away from the only thing that helps me with is being able to talk to my mom. And, all I want to do is talk to my mom. That's the only thing I really want. I didn't barely get a chance to talk to her much last night because everything was so.
Okay, well, I'll talk to who I
hang on.
can and see if you're allowed to make calls.
Yes, Kat.
So hang on. He wanted to call his mum because last night he didn't really get a chance to speak to her much and then he doesn't really say why. But bearing in mind that the day before this was the day that he actually gave the full confession about where that monkey was buried in their yard and all of that. So what he's saying is, I didn't get a chance to tell my mum that I'm about to be given a deal for saying where monkey is, right? Like that's all that went on the day before. So he just wants
everything going on.
Right.
Didn't get a chance, and he kind of trails off. And I think they probably had him sitting on ice waiting to find Michael. No privileges until we find him.
Right. Yeah. Of course he wants to tell his mum.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm going to be getting out of here soon because I just told them where monkey's buried and he's so sick.
And I'm going to need a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. I don't, like I said, man, I'm on the patrol side of it, so I don't really know what happens back here too much. So, but I'll give you my word that I'll go talk to him right now and see. So basically, all you want to do is talk to your mom, right?
I just want to call my mom. I have minutes on her side. Okay. So calling her, I don't have to worry about them resetting a phone number for minutes or anything.
Okay.
I mean, she has approved it. It comes on her number.
Okay. Well, we'll put you back over there, and I'll talk to these guys and see what we can do for you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for helping us out, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
This come out of 600?
Yeah. Rubbing boys. Come on over here and don't follow. Oh, I didn't put there.
How are you?
When I get a chance, man, I am like knee deep in paperwork. I don't know, I'll do it ASAP.
Okay. And when he was released, one of the times, his mom would have nothing to do with him. He was in shelters. Then he was scamming people to live with them. Then he went back to jail for violating his probation. Then he gets out. He screws it up again. He's behind bars now.
Couldn't think of a better place for him, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Rexy said, dig up shirtless mom's yard. I believe they did a lot of work out there. They just didn't make it public. So the thing is, how many times has Michael been moved? Huff said yesterday, this whole no body, no crime thing doesn't hold water because they have loads of evidence.
Yep, circumstantial or not is still evidence.
Mm-hmm.
He said don't underestimate what we've got in circumstantial evidence. And I believe he was really talking directly to Stacy because Stacy's made such a big thing while he's been on YouTube before he got put back in prison or jail, wherever he is. Before he got put back in, he made this big whole thing about they've got nothing on me. I spoke to my solicitor and they said there's nothing on me, Sarah or Brandon. Like he was being all cocksure and all up himself. And I believe when Huff said that, don't underestimate what we've got in circumstantial evidence, that was a direct line to Stacy to say, we know we're still watching you. We still know what you did. We're just going to have to prove it, kind of thing.
And let's not forget that one of the times, now mind you, this wasn't the first time he talked to them. This is kind of a follow-up to give them more pointers as to where to find Michael.
Right.
And
Because they didn't start digging that yard for no reason. They didn't just go start digging the yard because they felt like it. They started digging the yard because he gave them this confession the day before.
mhm.
And this was the follow-up to that.
And they didn't just go out there and start digging. They had reasons to dig. They had to get a warrant from a judge that said dogs hit right in that yard.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is a lot.
Mm.
Well, guys, thank you for being here so early in the morning. For some of you, it's the crack of dawn, and some of you, it's almost lunchtime. But we're going to be back here it's 5:30. In about 3.5 hours, we're going to be talking about the phone calls that Leilani Simon has been making from jail.
Oh, that's a whole lot as well.
It's easy to say, my friends, that she has not even begun to learn her lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being here with all of us. Brandy, Tyler, their friends, family deserve the ultimate justice. They need it done. They need it done right. Because if every I is not dotted and every T crossed, there is a great possibility that these 4 suspects, scumbags, you pick the adjective, there they are on the screen, could be acquitted. It's happened before, and we do not want it to happen now. Kat, you're an amazing friend, not just
Rick.
on Fridays, if you know.
Thanks,
And
Rick.
again,
Thanks, everyone.
everyone, thank you for being here. Justice for Michael. Bring Monkey home.